So he is 10. And he's gotten a little girthy in the last few weeks. Didn't really, he gave some problems when it came time to mount. So that leads me to think that there's some pain issues.
So I don't know if, let me grab this, I'm going to have you look down. Feet together. So you see how crooked his spine is mid-back? And that makes a curve to it.
Oh yeah, I never really noticed that.
So that's where he's sore, and it's probably because of this is why he's getting cinchy. Because the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here thoracic vertebrae. So he's probably, I'd say, 3, 4 are moved. It's moving his spine too. So when this happens, they get cinchy because when you cinch him up, the bar is pushed down in your saddle, pushed in a different spot than what he's used to, so it pinches his back. So all of this is just basically his back sore right here and when you get on him, it puts pressure on him, it hurts. So his back is not straight, so we'll see if we can fix that.
All right.
Spine is not straight, you're gonna have some back pain. Quite a bit too. Which makes his pelvis look like it's turned. His pelvis isn't, it's just the back is falling off to the right. And it makes his pelvis look like it's rotated, and it's really not. Now hers was rotated, his isn't.
Okay.
Alright. I usually kind of do the same thing with them. I start at their head and kind of jump around. Alright, big guy. Your head.
He's like, okay, that wasn't so bad. I even noticed putting on his halter the other day, he was not
Getting a little like head shy.
Yeah, he got a little head shy, and which was very unusual for him. So obviously it's not feeling so good over there. There's that release. And then it just takes him a second to figure it out.
He's like, hey, you just pet me. The other guy's when it does stuff. So I do a lot of rubbing and petting because he's got to be relaxed. If he's tense, it's impossible. So I do a lot of this to let him know we're friends. We're not going to hurt him.
Each side. It's funny when he realizes, oh, it feels better.
That one kind of hurt. That was tight.
So just that, it's not just that one point in the back, it's the whole alignment.
And it all is, it's all like a puzzle. All of that makes a difference. So what happens is when you flex him around, his withers, when I get here, his withers are going to start to disengage, move away from me. So when I get right here, when I pull on him, it pinches his back. So that's why he acted like he did. When you get to a certain point, it hurts. So he's like, don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
You can trust me. He ain't gonna hurt you. You'll feel better when we're done. It'll pop pretty good.
I actually heard that one too. But he's doing the licking and chewing thing, so he's obviously going, okay, this isn't so bad.
Stretching his head out there. He's like, oh, my headache feels better.
So anytime they've got a bind like that, it's basically like a headache.
And the pole is basically, he's just got a headache. You know, it's the same thing as us. What we feel is what they feel. Like when, like between his, where he's sore out in his withers, it's kind of like if we're sore right here in our upper back. It's the same thing. And when, like with his back being a little bit off, it hurts right here in the middle of his back. So it's like if you're, you know, if you put a rock in your shoe and you walk around, your left shoulder's going to hurt before you know it, because you're limping around. It's no different than them guys. Everything is like a chain reaction. Everything has to be straight. What was that?
Okay, so there's the pennies.
You go slow when you do this.
Ooh. There you go.
Push it around.
Nice, easy release.
Not you. I kind of like you. So it's very important to take your time, pet on the horse, and let him relax. Just like us, if you're tense, it hurts. Rub his belly, let him relax.
Oh, he likes that.
Yes, Russell.
Oh.
It doesn't matter how much you weigh or how strong you are, he outweighs you and he's stronger. So you're not going to pick a fight with him or manhandling this. If he doesn't want you to do it, you ain't going to do it. Been there, done that. Alright, so let's pick the right front leg up, Austin. Goes on his back. Right to tip us empty on this one.
Oh, there we go. That was a big release.
Get him to move in.
Careful.
Look now.
All right.
Look straighter for you.
That looks.
Right there
Yeah.
in the middle, it was pretty.
Now, this is where having a line back done would come in handy.
Yeah, it really
Oh yeah, oh, I felt him pop just right there where I had my hand.
And he's still going to move himself and pop. We're getting relaxed now, so that's where it's important for you to kind of start riding a little bit so things can kind of relax and move, and things will move back where they need to be.
Okay.
When you come from the factory, that's what we're looking for. That's a major improvement right there.
Oh yeah, it's really.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty straight there.
It's a whole lot straighter than it was.
Right through here is a whole lot straighter.
There you go.
It's, you know, when he has back pain, the thing about it, he can't do what we're asking him because he hurts. The only thing he's thinking about is how can I get her off my back because it hurts without hurting somebody or bucking. So he's gonna do it, but he still hurts.
Okay, now we're going back into the ribs.
Us riding them, us getting on them moves the rib cage. So if his rib cage is like this, so if a rib gets out of alignment like that, it pinches him. So what we're doing is we're pushing the ribs up to get them to expand and, you know, release to where they need to be. So that's why I push up on everything. A lot of people will push down on them, which a lot of times you need to like push and move it around, which is what I do if needed. But most of the time everything is going down because we're riding them, so you need to bring everything back up. And that's where like rolling the pelvis helps for get things back where it needs to be. It raises the spine, lets it release. So that's why it's so important to roll their pelvis, get that back to expand, and it release all the energy. It just helps get everything kind of straightened back up.
So obviously right there he's kind of...
You can feel it sticking out, so he's got a rib out right there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you could hear it. But he really does look relieved. I mean, you can tell he's very much relieved. He's not upset anymore.
And he's, you know, and it does hurt to an extent, just like it does us. And he's gonna try to like, don't do that. And then afterwards, like, okay, that felt pretty good. His eyes are getting heavy now. Feel better. I need a nap now. And he automatically starts.
So that same thing on that other side.
This side really hurts. All right, ready?
Just relax.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, licking and chewing.
Everything feels good.
So everything's feeling a whole lot better.
It's like I feel so much better now.
Nice and relaxed.
About any of it, it's like it's all in the technique. You don't have to put him in a corner, shove his head to his rear end and stuff. It's, you know, it's all in the technique. You're not going to outmuscle him no matter what you do. And if you put him in a corner and you shove his head to his rear end, he's going to fight you. And that's why most of them guys have to sedate him. What I was taught is it's smooth. It's the way you present yourself to the animal. We're not a threat to him. We're just trying to help him, and they seem to really respond good. They stay calm. They don't get excited. That's the last thing you don't want him to get excited.
No, that could hurt everybody.
Yeah, he's going to run around here, and you can get nothing done. He's got to be willing to let us do this. So if he doesn't want to cooperate, not much you can do about it.
So it's better when they cooperate.
A lot better.
Okay, so you're gonna push on his head.
Push on his head to see if you get your neck any more limbered up here, but I know this is no fun for him.
There's the licking and chewing, so it didn't hurt him.
That popped all the way by.
There you go. It's scary at first, but then it's okay.
Down and around. The fact that when he goes and scratches his side, Nose is down. He's not going to scratch his side with his nose up. So nose down on everything we do.
Oh.
This side felt pretty good. This side's still a little tight.
A little sneaky there.
So right there. All right. Ready?
So a little vertebra in his neck, and now he's dropping his head though and relaxing, so that's a good sign. Excellent.
I'm here, so I'm not correct. Just head. So you know it's okay.
Oh.
Feel better? So on him, he might be a little sore for a couple days. So be kind of gentle with him. I would probably stay off of him for a couple days. You could lunge him, but I wouldn't ride him for a couple days. Let
Okay.
the ribs kind of see if they'll stay.
All right.
You know, maybe what is today? Thursday.
Yeah.
So if you want to ride him Sunday, probably wouldn't be bad. You could
Okay.
ride him, but give him tomorrow and Saturday off. And if you wanted to lunge him both directions, it'd be fine. But keep it at a trot if you can. I do a lot of trotting when you. First
Okay.
start riding.
So no cantering for a while.
Just trot.
Okay.
Just trot and walk. Same thing with that one. If you ride her, just do a lot of walking and trotting. Try not to don't get out of a trot for a couple of days, because we gotta keep them feet moving to stretch the back out.
Okay. That I can do.
He was just as bad as you were. His back was actually worse.
Yeah. Nice little slippy slip in the storm, probably, with them running and jumping and playing, probably caused them both to.
And they hurt themselves more when we're not paying attention. They're playing, and when we're riding them, it's a controlled. You know, unless you're doing something that's at a fast speed, but just like trail riding, very hard for one of them to hurt themselves unless they slip or something. But if you're running and they slip, it's a big deal. When they're out playing and bucking and rearing and flip upside down, and you're like in the house watching TV, you're like, what in the world happened? So,
yeah, because you never know exactly what they did, so you can't really tell. When you actually have an accident, you can kind of tell where it came from, whereas
you can see what's going on. And so will you do his front shoulders for me? Since I've been picking on him, wait, see if he'll make his front shoulders.
okay, so this is back the front shoulder. Oh, I heard that.
Good stuff, huh?
There we go. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us on today's video. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.